$356, Jesus Christ. 415. Okay. Forgot to save state. Oh, god damn it. What sucks is that I'm not getting my trick 50 fucking percent of the time, and it's really frustrating. Like, seriously, I can press the buttons all I want, but sometimes I feel like I'm only getting it sometimes. Like, and then when I try to desperately to get it, it just fucking does two of them. Again, I'm not getting my fucking tricks. There. Tony, what is going on with you, man? You okay? Okay. Gotta get about 300k here. Just to keep up. I might invest a little bit in balance. Alright, we're good. Honestly, I'm gonna be frank. I don't really mind the competition levels here. Like, if they were like this in the regular games, I wouldn't complain. Really? 125K? These score requirements just feel really weird to me. Like, why are they fluctuating so much? You asked me to get 1,000,000 points, and now you want me to get just 125K? Like, what? Let's see if we can find a place to go at least for it. Honestly, we might be able to get somewhere with the upper path. Hold on. Let's explore the map first.
Been the same, and you know, some doing the linking of the road. It's very fucking awkward. Hey, there's music. That's it. Like some little DOS spec stuff, you know, some sound flash stuff I really explore. It's been a while since I've played DOS. I remember DOS. I have played DOS games before. I know I have. Like, it's been a while since I've got myself a little acquainted with DOS. But yeah, I'm gonna sound blast some stuff here. In fact, this is something that I would more suspect saying from a DOS game, you know. Like, Game Boy Color, I don't think like Game Boy isn't that far off from what DOS did. But at the same time, I feel like not only would these games benefit a bit better being DOS, but also would have been, you know, better to control than what they had in your Game Boy. What we have right now, it's just kind of awkward. And also, the last of these speakers just right here in the middle above where the road is into it. And there you go. That's all great in the music.
Okay. They have a death pit. Interesting. Okay.
I just try to link some shit together, get that tape over there, see if there is take care of school. Which, by the way, you might notice the last level we have two goals, the airport like 300,000. For that one, we're back to the 800 again. So the highest so far has been the first level. I believe it's highest, it's 6 or whatever. I think it was 300 as well. This, like that, and airport were first the same. I would say that airport has the hardest scores because of the middle and start stuff. And then you have the fucking the mayor, who was the foundry lever. It was that fucking area where it was also 300,000. That was like 60,000, I believe, 9,000. It's very small scores. It's like big motherfucker. And there's everything else, which the highest stays under 200,000. It's really weird how they did score stuff here and how fucking evil it is. Especially on the first level. Like here, getting a 300,000 thing now, this makes sense, but getting on the first level, no, that's dirty. That's fucking dirty. Especially when older levels are like under 200,000, having to do a 300,000 point combo score thing in one run in the first level.
Alright, we're going for the secret tape. I'm following along with the guide. If anyone's curious, I'm following Zindictive. He's the only person with like a guide that actually tells you what to do. It's more like a let's play, but he explains it, so it's kind of like a guide too. He's pretty entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of respect the guy.
Yeah, that's dirty. I don't care what you say about it. What's also dirty is that bit there. Because you can easily fold in that bit and we teleport back to the start. And the thing is, that is, like, not an accident thing. That's not even, like, a thing that can be seen a bunch. That is the only bit in the entire game I've ever found. There are no other bits or hazards, really, outside of water in, like, fucking Canada, in the entire game. There are no bits anywhere else in the entire game. And there's no other bits in this level either. That's the only bit in the entire level. It's really fucking weird. I also got this skill here, which is to link 8 tricks over the road. They only count on these 3 points here, and it's incredibly awkward to pull off. You have that much room and space to work with, and the way it triggers is weird as well. I'll show you my main last pull it off. Right now I got like 30,000 done, I got tape. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it. And the way it triggers, though, I'm gonna go ahead. And the way it triggers is weird as well. I'll show you my main last pull it off. Right now I got like 30,000 done, I got tape. So So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this lucky linking shit right now. And it's not fun. Also, the state letters, three at the very top, and the other two are spread out a little bit. One's in the middle, I believe. The other one is the bottom, I think. But yeah, it's like, I don't know why they are having such a hard time spreading out the state letters much. I mean, there's a good amount of spots here, but there's not full. I mean, there's a good amount of spots here where, you know, you can put some state letters about. But they like to just put a whole bunch of them in like either the top or the bottom, in a line, really. And again, it's just lazy. It's fucking lazy. You can easily spread this shit out, but they just don't. And I feel like, when there it is, there was the trick. It's like operative by accident, but it exists. You can be the tricks in this game. So, you know, I can show you that at least. Not a fan of it, but there you go. And there you go. So, I did it right before, but that was like 9 or something.
I'm not getting these grinds. And then when I do, I can't really go much further than that. Hold on. Oh, good, that counted.
There you go. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, get the scores done here to get myself that big score happening. But does not have a good spot to make points happen, really. Like, that spot there is probably your best bet, but you have to jump over the entire road every time, and it's just awkward to work with. For me, the best way of handling this was just here, in this side, on the top right side. And yeah, you only get small numbers every time, but you can utilize the spin to get yourself some big stuff by just doing a double spin, essentially, every time the grab. It's just, you know, that's what I can live for this part. But yeah, I'm going to take care of that, because I take care of a rather awkward one. brain is the competition, so it's calculating-less. And usually the competition when it comes to pro skater 3, like I competition pro skater 3, like competitions when it comes to pro skater 3 stuff, to be enjoyable. I like Tokyo in this game. The competitions in this game fucking suck. I prefer these two levels over any competitions in Skate Pros. So yeah, Paris fucking sucks, Skaters Island fucking sucks, and when we get to Tokyo, it's gonna fucking suck. SES, let us game, which I know is down there. I think I mentioned over the road, K9.
Okay. Nice. $180,000 points. Jesus Christ. It's been a Benihana from Hopper's Hut.
is most purposeless because now any green switch even exists here, you know? There's no switch stance possibly tell that, you know, it exists, you can't tell, like, you know, yeah, it's dramatically, it's really awkward, and it's not even, I don't think it does make this switch in the actual game, showing you the direction and holding on the same grabs. But being behind you. Well, there are directional grabs like in the direction. Now the direction is not right. You need to understand the right grabs. So what can you make? In love figure out, you can figure out if body fight it. Well, you eventually figure out how love you do it. And the way it works is you do the same kind of motion you do with sideways. So, yeah, the way it works out the grabs there is when the direction being one is made either up, down, up, right, right. So, they want to get fucking to interact that. But the sides, they're going to do what it's going to do. It's pretty obvious all the only time it is being required to do these. So, yeah, depending on it is quite correct in the grabs. That's it. Here are the other things I'll be showing up to know the grabs how they should do. But depending on it, actually, if I stay there very fast. Depending on it, is what you have to find a okay spin. Depending on it, top speed there, very fast. Depending on it, is right, left, and grind. Okay.
Right, left, and grind. Give me my jump, please. I did a flip on accident. I didn't spin it. There we go.
Then, what did we go? So there you go, that's depending on that. You can also do a, not a tri-step, like a rocket air thing. There's also like a airwalk, is in there. Airwalk is the only grab trick in this game that you can't spin too. You can hold the button to spin at all, so you can't spin with an airwalk. By the way, I fucked this one up, I'm sorry for doing that, but yeah, I'm supposed to do these grinds now. This next thing is to cause an earthquake here. Now, earthquake is, I believe, Philadelphia? That's Philadelphia's thing. Why is it here?
Philadelphia? No, it's not. Los Angeles has...
Philadelphia, though. I know this is not Philadelphia in any sense. It's a beach area. Like, it's probably the most interesting area in the entire game, really, even though it's the most dull-looking.
What is we're talking about?
Enough being a beach, but it's also yellow. So piss yellow. But yeah, like, with Philadelphia, we have to find 4 quick grinds. We grind them all, and it causes earthquake, and it causes destruction. That happens here as well, but instead of 4, it's every black rail. And there are quite a few. So, yeah, it's really awkward how that works out. But we gotta grind all of them, we'll take care of this shit. Okay, Los Angeles. So, this, I guess it's the LA beach, the LA River. But, yeah, like, it's not the same LA level at all. It's its own original thing. And I'm pretty sure Philadelphia is what I'm thinking of. Unless it is LA, the LA level that actually has it. Now, I'm thinking of the Turn Price Skater sign one. That's Philadelphia. It might be that one. Maybe Los Angeles is the one with the earthquake thing. But yeah, this is like a different sort of earthquake, where it's a bunch of black grinds that you grind them all and it causes the earthquake in a beach area. Which, I mean, interesting take. I'll give it that. And there is sort of like a nice little line puppet thing going on here. You can jump directly, but I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to fuck things up since it's actually kind of off in assignment. But, you know, it exists. And I find it to be interesting. And once you get the grinds, that's this the game.
Okay. Pretty soon I won't have to use the guide anymore. Just 3 more goals. I can figure out the comp on my own, probably. I wish there was a text guide. That would make this a little more smooth. Or at least a map. At least there's something at all. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to do all this.
Is it breaks that. Not a big thing, but let's take it to the tape. See?
Mm.
What it does is it breaks that. Not a big thing, but this is how you get to the tape. See?
Oh boy. There we go.
And, yeah, that is pretty interesting how a goal actually affects an area that lets you get to another goal. It's a tape. And even though that's all the earthquake does, so it's a rather shitty earthquake, so just nothing. At the very least, it does something to help you out, and it is interesting. That's the only interesting
Alright,
thing.
what's where the skate letters are?
So, yeah. Skate letters, which, you know, we have the S, and then we have the K, I believe, it's over here. It's full of, no, I'm kidding. It's not on the top. They did spread it out around here lovely, so, you know, there is some good news there. And there was the K. Yeah, I can't jump to that either. Yeah, it's a little too high.
Okay, so the S is up there, so K is on the second layer.
Again, it's old time. At this point, you should be used to timing, I guess. I kind of got used to it. Not really well enough to do, like, you know, other tricks on 50 grinds on that. So I am
T is also right after that.
where I can time just right in a way. Just not good enough to where I can do a direction in the grind, so I'll go 5-0 and such. And nose grapple. I'm not fucking good enough for that. I'm not good enough for that. There's the A, might do a little running up to that. It's a little awkward.
A is near the end of that
layer.
layer.
Just grind this rail here, backwards, and jump for the go. That's it.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty simple. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll definitely get this done. Might not even take a full hour. Wait, hold on, I think I'm stupid. Honestly, chat, this game has a really rough start. But overall, I don't hate it. I think it's fine. Again, really rough start. I'm not even gonna pretend that it ain't. Oops. But after Foundry, it kind of, and honestly Canada with that dumbass log, it's honestly not terrible once you figure out how to gain points and all that. And if you have a guide up, a guide really makes or breaks this game. It's a shame that no one really made a guide except for this guy. Which, again, this isn't really even a guide, it's just kind of a let's play that I keep having to play on double speed. Just so I can kind of understand where things are. Alright, just one more comp and we're done. Okay. 229. That's not a tall asking price. Wait a second. Oh yeah, this would be perfect. It'd be perfect if I didn't fuck up. I mean... Alright, we fucked up a little bit, but that's okay. Because we can try and switch stance. Okay. I would appreciate it if it didn't keep robbing me of my combo. Like that. Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening there. I think I'm gonna have to, like, stop a little bit earlier, I think, just to avoid that. Nice. Damn. These guys are doing worse than the second comp. Yeah, wow. Okay. They're complete. Way to go, dude. Okay, so my final thoughts in this game is that it has an extremely rough start. I don't know why they made Foundry the way it is. But because, you know, Foundry actually has the highest score requirement in the game, tied with Airport, and also a secret tape that requires you to have extremely high Ollie stat, which you're not going to get just by doing that, just by doing Foundry. You have to go back to it after a few levels, which is really weird. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with Foundry, or the log one, for instance. Like, that log goal in Canada was a fucking pain in the ass. But besides that, the rest of the game is honestly perfectly fine if you have a guide to tell you where things are. It's not really... like, there is an issue with sometimes you kind of don't get a trick, but that's probably because I'm not doing the timing right. That's kind of how I felt with it. So I'd honestly say out of the 3 Tony Hawk Game Boy Color games, this is probably the best one. If I had to say. Because the second game was awful. Like, after the first few levels, it was just awful. And those open world levels were kind of awful, too. The first game was hardly a Tony Hawk game at all. This honestly feels like the closest thing to perfect that they were ever going to get with this system. And honestly, if I were to recommend any Game Boy Color game from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it'd probably be this one. It's not a terrible game. I actually kind of enjoyed myself for the most part. The combos can be a little tedious to do, but they're not hard. They're just kind of, you gotta do them for a while. The balance stat is kind of worthless in the long term because the balance really resets every time you're on a grind or on a manual. All it matters, all it accounts for is how long you're on each thing, but you shouldn't be on each thing all that long. So it's kind of, I don't know if the programming was just not there to make the balance worse the more you go, like the more you do manuals or grinds, but either way it means the scores are pretty easy if you have like 2 slopes facing each other or something. Honestly, yeah, this game isn't that bad. I'd personally give it a 7 compared to the other Game Boy Color games I have played. Like, it's a good game. I would actually, this is one of the few times going through these handheld ports that I feel like I'm going to be able to say this is a good game. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game. It's not a terrible game. And I'd even say it's a little bit more than okay. So I'd say it's a good game. Definitely like a 7 out of 10, I would say. Just with the other 2 before this one being taken into account. I'd say the first game is kind of like a 5. The second game is more like a 4 or a 3. But yeah, I don't hate this game. I think it's good. I'm not looking forward to the Game Boy Advanced version because Vicarious Visions can't stop fucking making terrible shit that I don't like. I'm sorry, I'm not a Vicarious Vision fan. Don't like their Tony Hawk game so far. And from the looks of things, the third game has the zone, which requires you to beat the game several times in order to get more things in it. And that's a cool concept, except for the fact that if there's a cheat code to unlock all the parts, so I only have to play the game once, I'm gonna do that, because I don't want to play the game more than once. Because knowing how fucking awful the isometric perspective was the second time, on the second game, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the game at all, personally. But it also does have more documentation than this game. This game has nothing. No text guides, nothing. Just this guy is fucking Let's Play and a few long plays, like Zindictive. I don't think I would have beaten this game without Zindictive. It starts with an X. Like, thank you, Mr. Zindictive, for making that video, because I don't think I would have done this otherwise. Or at least, it would have taken a lot longer. So yeah, we got this done. I'll probably stream the Game Boy Advance version later today, a little bit. I'm not looking forward to it, but yeah. We're done.